Schofield and Tank. That's another rumor.
Is that what's happening?
Look, Schofield wants to fight Tank. There's no ifs or buts. And Schofield is ready. He's the hardest worker in boxing today. I believe he will be world champion, but Tank Davis does have some issues he has to resolve. The WBA must do the right thing and make Gervonta Davis champion in recess, so the next available contender can fight Schofield for the world title, for the full world title. I believe that's what's going to happen next.
Okay, thank
Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all just heard what Oscar De La Hoya said, right? And check out what Floyd Schofield Sr. just posted on Twitter. All this, in my opinion, basically confirms that Gervonta Tank Davis will be vacating his WBA lightweight strap in order to finish dealing with his ongoing issues outside of the ring, or there's something else possibly huge cooking up, which we're about to get into right now, ladies and gentlemen, that involves Shakur Stevenson. But first, I'm going to read to you guys what Floyd Schofield Sr. had to say yesterday, 2 tweets, and what he just said right now. Bro, this is absolutely breaking news. Floyd Schofield Sr. says yesterday, and the new WBA champ, get ready, Lucas. Lucas Body. We reacted to that tweet yesterday in a video explaining, does Floyd Schofield Sr. know something that we don't? Does he know something that we don't know? The dude ends up coming out with another tweet a few hours after that saying, Monday, the negotiations are done and Tank will step down. And the new, for the haters in the back, like I've been telling you for 2 years, Tank Davis will not fight Kid Austin. That comes out of Tank's mouth himself. When Kid gets into position to fight Tank, Tank will retire and won't fight Kid. Pop Schofield, was I right? Hey, auntie out. Wow, the dude ends up going on Twitter this morning and drops this. Ladies and gentlemen, basically confirming to us that Gervonta Tank Davis will not be facing his son, will not be defending his title against the mandatory, and will be vacating his belt. As it looks like to me, Gervonta Tank Davis has other plans going down in the world of boxing that we are definitely going to get into right now. But first, let me read to you what he says this morning. He said, we stormed the castle and the king has vacated his throne. It's a new boogeyman in the lightweight division. And the new WBA boxing world champion, announcements coming soon. My goodness. Then he takes and says, Tank lived up to his words. I will never fight that kid. I've been telling all of you for 3 years now about these guys. After Lucas, we would like to run it back with Shakur Stevenson, a fight that they pulled out of. A lot of controversy what went down with that. They claim that they were drugged and claims he even has proof, photos and text messages. Floyd Kid Austin says, I've been telling all of you for 3 years now about these guys. After Lucas, we would like to run it back with Shakur Stevenson, Mr. Smoke and Mirrors himself. These champions know the truth about Kid and very full of fear. It's a reason they are scared to get in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't think Gervonta Tank Davis is scared of fighting Floyd Kid Austin Schofield. That's Senior claiming that. But it is very possible that Gervonta Tank Davis has other plans going down behind the scene. He doesn't have to fight Kid Austin. Let's be real. It seemed like Gervonta Tank Davis, who was talking about retirement already, going into that fight with Jake Paul, trying to make millions and millions of dollars, was already heading out of the sport. Now, we all seen what ended up happening outside of the ring with Gervonta Tank Davis and that female. The dude lost a huge bag with Jake Paul. I don't believe Gervonta Tank Davis wants to do this for much, much longer. So, if you're coming back to the sport of boxing, you want to get a bag, what are you going to do? Chase the biggest fights out there. Yesterday, him and Shakur Stevenson going back and forth, sending each other the same weights. They're basically weighing around the same weight, around the same time. Has people thinking, is Gervonta Tank Davis setting up a fight with Shakur Stevenson? Is that what's going down behind the scenes? Or does Gervonta Tank Davis simply not want to fight at 135 pounds no more because he is looking to fight Shakur Stevenson? Is that fight going to end up eventually being at 140 pounds? If it is, then Gervonta Tank Davis could be looking for a fight at 140. Therefore, that's the reason why he's vacating his WBA lightweight title. Now, when we're speaking about a possible fight with Shakur Stevenson in those disputes in that back and forth yesterday with Gervonta Tank Davis, put out his timeline. Says he wants to fight Teofimo Lopez, which he already did. That's over. He wants to fight against Devin Haney and then Gervonta Tank Davis. But the first thing that comes to my mind is, if that fight does end up happening, when is Devin Haney going to fight against Shakur Stevenson? What if Devin Haney ends up facing his mandatory in Keyshawn Davis, which they're literally about to order at the end of June or the beginning of July? In less than 3 weeks, the fight is going to be ordered. So, is Gervonta Tank Davis, who is, yes, dealing with some ongoing lawsuit, dealing with some ongoing issues outside of the boxing world, will this allow him to focus on that? Another reason why he could possibly not be facing Kid Austin. The reason that Oscar De La Hoya gave us in the beginning of the video. And Calvin Ford. Everybody's been speaking about Gervonta Tank Davis needing to figure out stuff and everything that's going down with that lawsuit with that female outside of the world of boxing before he comes in it. So this gives Shakur Stevenson the time to wait for Devin Haney to fight Keyshawn Davis, and then eventually that fight could end up happening. My thing is, I don't know if Gervonta Tank Davis is going to continue to take more time off already as much as he did, and then straight come in and fight Shakur Stevenson without a tune-up. I don't think that's going to happen, even though it could. Because like I said, I don't know if Gervonta Tank Davis is, really trying to chase any type of tune-up fights or any type of low-budget fights. Or else he would have fought Kid Austin. Unless he's moving to 140 pounds. Gervonta Tank Davis. The next question is, what is going to happen with this dude in the next couple months? What is the move that they're making? Is a Shakur Stevenson fight being made under our legs and we don't even know about it? Is Gervonta Tank Davis looking to move to 140 pounds specifically for that Shakur fight and have a tuna fight? Personally, I don't think so. I think Gervonta, who is a man who has talked about retirement before, that I don't think is going to be in this sport much longer. I think it's very possible that the dude is just chasing big money fights. So we're going to have to end up seeing what happens with Gervonta Tank Davis, bruh. This is just absolutely interesting stuff, man. It's absolutely breaking news. Gervonta Tank Davis is not fighting Kid Austin. He don't need to. It looks like he's chasing the bag. It looks like he's going to be having big fights, possibly moving to 140 pounds. Shakur Stevenson. My goodness, bro. My goodness. Let me know what you guys think. This is the MMA Boxing Addict channel bringing it to you. And I'm out.